Welcome back to the banks of the McKenzie River. I'm Tobin. My wife and I went out for a little adventure today. Done a few shaves from here before. Most recently was Danaid Foil 50. I shared a little bit more of the details about my previous shaves from here in the B-roll, and I'll also share with you my setup in the B-roll. I have a mirror to my left. Terry's soap. You might have seen my first impressions of this. I've now shaved with it 4 different times and lathered it a total of 6. So there's 2 times that I lathered it just to play with it. If you saw my first impressions video, when I lathered it that first time, I used way too much soap. I'm going to show you guys just how little I'll be using today. That's it. And that's going to be more than enough. I'm loving this base. This is their vegan base. They also have the horse tallow base. The spicy wood is just in the vegan's base. You still see me? Yep. Perfect. I'm using Rockwell's T2. I have that loaded with a first juiced Wilkinson Sword. That was my Smiles for Miles scoop. You guys need the backdrop today. It's gorgeous, right? The river is full. All that snow melt. Let's just get rid of that. Using my Captain's Choice bowl again today. Have my stainless steel bowl for rinsing my razor off in. That's what I just had this brush soaking in. The brush is a wet shaving store with a G5 knot. Quick reminder, I'm now part of the affiliate program with the wet shaving store. With my code, my name Tobin, you will save 10%. There's a couple exclusions. Everything that I'm using in today's video is not excluded. So you can get the brush, the soap. I'm using the matching splash for that. I did not pay for this soap and splash. Andy at the wet shaving store sent it to me for review. I have loved and enjoyed every shave with it, and the fragrance is fantastic. The wife and daughter both enjoy this one. I like to share that with you guys just in case you ever see me talk about a fragrance and I mentioned my wife and daughter enjoy it, that if you have some ladies in your life that also enjoy it or don't enjoy it, kind of gives you guys a barometer. To work with. Need a little bit more water. It's one of the reasons why I soak my brush out here, just because I don't have to add as much water, even when it's a synthetic. Look at all this lather just from that little scoop. And I'd say that approximately that scoop that I just did was probably about 1/3 of what I did. So the brush is full. A little wet at the moment, but that's going to be just fine. T2, Andy also has this, and you can get 10% off of it. I think it retails for like $145. So take almost 15 off of that, $14.50. You'll end up paying about $130. I am standing on a big ass rock. You'll see that in the B-roll. It's fairly flat. Top notes: citrus, spicy, green, and that's like a green note like I've talked about before. I'll go over that a little bit more in a moment. The mid is woody and floral. The base is woody, ambery, and musky. Let me bring you guys back down just a scotch. That's a little better. Now I can look in the mirror and you can still see me. That lather. This soap base, everything that you'd expect in a tier 1 soap. And I was talking with a friend last week, and he actually used spicy wood. He has his own set, and he didn't realize that this was a vegan base. A little bit of darkness on this left side here. Never used a Wilkinson Sword in this razor before. So far so good. And that just kind of goes to prove, though, that in my personal opinion, these days vegan soaps have gotten so good, whether it's CK6 or this base here from Hwayeon, just the name of the company, Hwayeon Soap Company, out of South Korea, that you wouldn't know if it's a vegan base or a tallow base unless you read the label. And that's just how good, in my opinion, vegan soaps have become when done right and by a skilled artisan. I've been getting to know Terry. Terry is the guy behind Terry Soaps. That's his English name. His Korean name, I believe you pronounce it Jung. It's spelled J-E-O-N, but I believe the pronunciation is Jung. Terry, if you watch this, let me know. But for our purposes, he likes to be called Terry. I have been speaking with him, and his English is better than he gives himself credit for. And I meant that, Terry. I wasn't just being nice. The splash is full of skin food. When it comes to the performance of Terry's soap and Terry's splash. Let's see how this does here. I'm going to hang my bottle. Perfect. I couldn't be happier. Honestly, it's tier 1 performance. Everything that we come to expect from an artisan soap today is exactly what you get in the performance of this. I'll put the price up there. I forget the exact price. But you get 5.3 ounces. I believe it was $18.99 or something like that. Right about 20 bucks for the soap. And the splash is about the same. And if you use my code Tobin at checkout, you'll get 10% off. So if you buy the soap and splash, you'll end up saving about $4. I won't make a dime off of that. That was my plan with this affiliate code. If you use my Leaf affiliate code, you'll save 10% off there. With Leaf, I get a small commission. That's just the way they have it structured. But with my affiliate program, with the wet shaving store, all of it goes to you guys. The way I see it, I get plenty of stuff out of this. You guys, I've gotten so much soap for free since I started wet shaving, doing these videos. That's all the compensation I really need. This fragrance is amazing. It's right up my alley. If I had to sum it up in just like 2 words, ambery woody with a slight musky spiciness to it. So the green, that's green notes. And what they're talking about there is, like I've discussed before, and the best way that I know to describe it, it's like you take a fresh green leaf and you crumple it up, and that smell that you get, or the smell of wet grass, damp earth, not damp earth, that wouldn't be right. but green. Fresh cut grass, a crumpled green leaf. That's what, when you see the word green as a fragrance note, that's basically what they're implying. And I think that this green note and this, I'm not sure what it is. I already got myself, damn it. Is adding a very natural greenness to it. The citrus is light. If I had to speculate, I don't know. I think it's lemon and bergamot or somewhere in that avenue. The sun is behind some clouds. It was, of course, better lighting when I was setting up. That's okay. This is like the most relaxing shave location. I love this location. It's one of my favorites. Wearing my Bricktown shirt. Andy is now carrying Bricktown soaps. He's had the splashes for a while. He now has the soaps as well. And my 10% code applies to Bricktown products. I'll put the exclusions down below. Basically PAA, Parker, Gentleman's Knot, and Zaharoff. Those are the exclusions. And then razor blades. Kind of get like a green appleness to it, and like with the spicy, I can't help but wonder if it isn't like white pepper, some kind of pepper. In the middle, I've been, of course, wearing this all week on the back of my hand, shaving with it every night, ever since that first impressions video. I believe I got it on Monday. Today is Saturday, May 20th. Yesterday was mine and my wife's anniversary. I believe I'm getting like a birch vibe, like a white birch. As it dries down, I get about 2 hours of good projection, and then it lasts on the skin for about 6 hours. It feels like a cedar as you get down into the base notes and into the dry down. Look at that lather. It's gorgeous. The glide, the cushion, it's all there. I haven't tried the horse base yet. His other base has horse fat in it. That's the Dr. Lion and the Blooming Season. I'll get the name right this time. Blooming Season. Yeah. Kind of get like a carnalistic muskiness to it. Very sensual. Maybe even use the word like a hedonistic. This is like that like sex type musk. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's a thing. Seductive type musk. This is the kind of fragrance that I think a lot of people, especially women, will love on you. This is an homage to Creed's Spice and Wood. Great residual slickness. I seriously love this fragrance, and it makes me want the Spice and Wood all the more. You saw my first impressions video, you remember what I said about that. I've wanted that fragrance for a while now. Went and looked at the Sephora that originally had it. It's gone. It was just a sample that they had, tester that I tried. pretty good, guys. Right here I could get a little closer. I'm gonna turn that. I had it at 3.5. Let's turn it up to like 4.5. I want to do a cleanup right here real quick. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. This just being though my first set from Terry's, I'm already a fan. So what Terry Soap is a father and son duo. I'm talking with Terry, he's in his early 30s, 32, and his dad studied basic chemistry and new drug development. I'll put this in my pocket for a second while I wipe off. His dad worked for more than 30 years. He just retired about a year ago. And that's what gave them time to start this father-son venture together. For more than 30 years, though, he worked at the Korea Research Institute of Chemical Technology. And so they should be able to whip up some good stuff, Maynard. Just with his dad's background alone. I think it's super cool. My old man's been gone for years. I never had the best relationship with him to begin with, but that's the kind of thing that I'd love to do with my boys one day. On the back of my left hand here is in the dry down, and it is just fantastic. Get a slight earthiness in the dry down. I think that's also coming from the cedar. Warm, just amazing fragrance. I've seen the B-roll. That was a close one. Do need to shake this. You won't be able to see it in this lighting. Maybe you'll see it in some of the lighting of the photos I took. But definitely need to shake it. Hope to put out a couple of videos tomorrow from the den. That's my plan. Tomorrow's Sunday. And I want to do another outdoor shave on Monday, and then I return to work on Tuesday. I seriously, absolutely love this fragrance. PostShave is wonderful. Like I said, the performance is there, you guys. It really is. The performance will meet your expectations. I'm telling you that right now. I'm thoroughly impressed with the performance of this soap and the splash. And so the soap is 100, or the splash is 100 milliliter, and the soap is 5.3 ounces. So the only negative thing that I think some people will find with Terry's soap, I'll show you in just one second. You can't deny the performance. The performance is amazing. The fragrance, for me, is off the freaking chart. For real. So the only complaint that I think guys will have is that it's in the metal tin, and I know some people don't care for the metal tins. I've never really taken too much issue with it. You know, the upside is it's not plastic. The downside is that, you know, they do get dents. The upside though, buying from Andy, he's not going to send you anything that's beat up, bent up, broken up, or anything like that. That's the kind of stuff that he'd put on discount. I couldn't be happier. Seriously, I want to thank Andy again for sending this out to me. I requested it, and it was super awesome being able to review something that I requested myself. If you saw the first impression video, I talked about that. Remember, my good friend Phil Decker is now, his soap is now stocked at the wet shaving store along with the splashes, and using my code Tobin, you'll get 10% off. Nothing in that for me. I'm helping out one of my favorite small businesses, well, several of them, right? Bricktown, falling in love with Terry's, and the wet shaving store. My good friend Andy Amaya, he's the owner of the wet shaving store, and he's damn good people. And Andy, I appreciate you. For me, it's all about supporting Main Street. I have a Main Street mentality, and for those who don't know, that basically just means small business, mom and pops, that kind of thing. You know, most main streets in America are made up of small businesses. You don't find very many corporate businesses on Main Street, USA, in most cities. Like ours, I can't even think, other than like McDonald's, there isn't any, and a Taco Bell. Other than that, it's, you know, all small business that's on Main Street in my town and throughout most of America. That's how it is. And so I have a Main Street mentality. Oh, there goes the sheriff. Actually, he might be stopping down in here. We're kind of not far from a boat ramp on this trail. Not that I'm up to no good. I'm just shaving, hanging out with my friends. My wife's reading a book. I want to thank you all again for joining me. Seriously, thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. It's the little big things. Check out the B-roll to see how this has changed. I got a giveaway going on one of my videos. If you've entered it, thank you. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to do at least one video tomorrow. And you guys take care of yourself. Until next time. Thanks again. Look at that. That's the McKenzie River. See you next time, guys. Welcome to the B-roll. I trust the shave went well. My first shave here with Piacenza from Stirling. I was down inside that hole and I hung the camera from here, balancing on a rock. The last time I was here, last time I was here was my third time here. I was with Danaid, and I was out there where you see that log sticking up. And then where I am today, where you just finished watching me shave from, was where I did my second shave from this location, and that was with champagne. Right over here is my setup, my beautiful bride reading a book. Standing on this rock. So yeah, right out there is where I was for Danaid. And then this is where I was for champagne, my second shave here. My stool's kind of out of reach, which I'm sure by now you guys have noticed. It's going to be hard to avoid it, but I want to thank you guys for once again joining me out here. I appreciate all the support, more than I can express. You guys take care of yourself. Hopefully you get the chance to get out there and enjoy the great outdoors wherever you are. If you come to the Pacific Northwest, give me a holler. I'd love to meet up for a coffee. You guys take care. Thanks again.